I would just first like to thank this club because this is the 9th water system that you all have been responsible for putting in Honduras. And I think that's a really fine record for all of us. One of the nicest things about these Honduras trips, I think, is the fact that it's a partnership. But in this project, it is a really good partnership between us, Sunrise Rotary, Broad Street Church, that we kind of tagged onto for logistics and how we pay all the bills, Living Waters for the World, and then this church in Honduras called the Iglesia Evangelica Reformada. You know, we took 11 people of us down there. 5 of us were from the Rotary Club. But if there are 11 of us, there are 18 of them. So this is a team effort that can't happen without both. This is the Rotary group that went this time. And this is Nueva Esperanza. Nueva Esperanza has become sort of our poster child water system because they turn out about 2,000 bottles a month out of that system, which is the biggest system by far. As you can kind of envision, a 5-gallon bottle of water, which is the way these systems work. People come, bring their empty bottle after they've used it. They refill them, we recap them, and they carry them home. Well, 5 gallons of water, how much does it weigh, Bob? 40 pounds. You know, if you live 10 blocks away from the water system, that can be quite a problem. So 2 of these systems, the one in Morazan and now the one in Nueva Esperanza, have on their own bought systems to transport those water bottles. So this water project in Honduras is in a little village called Acotalito. Those water systems cost about 10 grand. And that's what we get, what I get, or the program gets from Rotary. $5,000 from the club, $5,000 from the district. I'll tell you, the way these water systems work is the village that is committed to these things. I had a series of Zoom meetings with this village over time to kind of get them committed. Their commitment is they have to build the building. These little buildings, which are fairly small, cost about $2,000 worth of material in Honduras. Like every place else, inflation's a problem there. Metal is quite expensive. Cement and block are not. So they have to commit to building the building, which is a big deal for a village like Acotalito that has 90 families, to come up with $2 grand and volunteer labor to build it. This is the building in Acotalito. This is the inside of the building. And part of the deal is, the idea is not that we physically do the work, although we do physical work. The idea is that you teach the people there how to do it. What happens is they have to commit to having a team of operators. That same team has to work with us for the week while we do the installation, so they learn how the system works. So that it's really a matter of trying to teach them as you go how to put the system together and how to make it work after we leave. These systems are not complicated, but to treat water, you have to do 2 things. You have to oxidize to kill bacteria and viri, but you have to filter because there are spores of various and sundry things that you can't kill with chlorine or oxidation. So these systems work with a series of filters. On the roof of the building, there's just a sand filter like you might have at a swimming pool or what have you to get the junk out that you just backwash. Then there's a coarse filter that's a paper that is backwashable or cleanable. And then there's the smallest of these filters is 5 microns. So it gets down to coccidial spores being filtered out. This is just the inside of the system. There's a dirty water tank and a clean water tank. There's a little cleaning station. So what people do is they bring their empty 5-gallon bottle back. They come in, there's a little sprayer that they have with dilute chlorine. They clean the bottle out, rinse it with clean water, and then just fill it on the inside. And then they've got a little seal and cap for each bottle that they do, heat it with a little air blower. So this is the installation team and the operating team that after we're gone will run that system and do maintenance on it. And this is the early bottles that just came out of that system. And this is the finished product. So the way it works then again is the community is committed to building the building. We do the installation. Then they have a team that are the operators that make that system run. And there's maintenance on that system. And then they are committed to maintaining that system with what they earn from. So the deal with these living water systems is we want them to sell half the water at least
at no more than half the commercial price.
But
Right.
we
now,
want them to sell enough water to be able to pay for the electricity. Water is free because each one of these little villages is responsible for their own system. And we'd like them to be able to pay enough to maintain this system. This is our 9th system, so that's $90,000 that have gone into Honduras water from Sunrise Rotary. Half of that is club money, half of that is district money. And that's a big deal. I used to think that the big deal about these short-term mission trips was that you go and you accomplish something that's really helpful for poor people. That is true. I mean, I think what we do is a good thing, but if you have ever been in that kind of a setting, you come back different. You come back with a different worldview. So I think it is as worthwhile for the people that go as it is for the people that we serve. So I think it's a good program, and any of you that are interested, love to have you go.